That one. Welcome back, everybody. How about this? Connor Sloan, hometown hero, versus Matthew Hugenberg. I don't have anything for Matthew Hugenberg.
Local EDH superstar. If you want to play some Commander,
Local man of Mander.
he is the commander.
He is the commander.
Yeah, like this guy.
The commander-in-chief of Commander.
Many. I don't know what he's doing here, but he wants us to see his hand. He has many Commander decks. He knows the ins and outs of the format. He discusses it.
There's a lot of ins
on
in
the
Commander,
regular.
not a lot of outs, but...
What do you mean outs?
I mean, there's a lot of ins, there's not a lot of outs.
Okay.
Is it bad that you still prefer green-red Tron? No. It's bad that you prefer Tron at all. It makes you a terrible human being. Connor Sloan, local terrible human being.
Not a terrible human being. At least he's playing.
Keeping a one-lander? Come on, do it.
At least
I want to see you get punished.
No, he's got two.
Get punished.
He's got a map in there. He's got a map and a scry. No.
Aww.
Right.
I am rooting hard for Matthew Hugenberg here.
You're just refusing to get names right tonight.
What are you talking about?
So is this green-black Tron deck like the Tron deck now? I haven't been keeping up with my Tron decks. I know. I'm assuming it's good because of Fatal Push.
So here's the deal with Tron players. They want to keep like mixing things up and trying to keep it fresh to delude themselves into thinking they're actually having fun. But they aren't.
Okay.
How much is that metagame guru thing?
What do you mean? How much?
I don't know what you mean, man. They just came to our store and made us play them.
Yeah,
it's really awkward. I really wanted to leave and they wouldn't let me.
So here's a Collective Brutality escalated. So he's gonna get the instant or sorcery, and as well as the life, I guess. Takes the escape shift, leaves him with. Looks like an Explorer.
Tell me about that Explorer. How many of them are
Explorer? Just one? I think I saw a Farseek in there.
Yeah, I saw a Farseek, a Primeval Titan, an Anger of the Gods.
Farseek here for a Forest Mountain.
Oh, you don't have to pay anything to play them.
Oh no, yeah, that was they would sit down, and it was a promotional thing for their sponsor. They come in, we had 3 of them set up. You know, they rotated who was on camera.
Can I just say to our spotter monkey, you spelled the name of the city you live in incorrectly. That is really bad. Reflects poorly on yourself.
Mason or Cincinnati?
Cincinnati. And not only is it free for the people who participate, it's free for everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean, it costs you your time.
Yeah, it costs you your time and your sanity. It was a mess here that night.
It was thick in here. The club was thick.
Yeah, choose that font real carefully.
All right, so this Tron player is now looking at just the map on the board. I'm wondering if he's like waiting to crack the map to get like you find your second Tron piece and then the map tells you what your third one you should go for is.
Right. That's a thing. You could also be planning on playing around like a Fulminator or something like that, although I don't think he would reasonably be considering that out of the board.
Alright, here's a prime time coming out. Oh, he gets the Sakura Tribe Elder.
Well, that's interesting. Didn't see that one coming.
That's a move to keep your mana flowing. I mean, that's an important part of this Titanshift deck, so.
Absolutely. What do you think about the Pro Tour has been asked in the chat? Specifically of you.
Oh, what do I personally think? I thought the The Pro Tour was great.
Mm-hmm.
I like the diversity that was in the top 8. I think Standard is less diverse in the real world than it is on the Pro Tour.
Oh. What's the real world? Define the real world. What metagame are you talking about?
I'm talking about metagames of players who have not and maybe never will qualify for the Pro Tour.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's myself. I have not, and I might never qualify for the Pro Tour. I would love to one day.
Obviously, your personal metagame is different from the Pro Tour metagame because you can only play one deck at a time.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like if I go and I play 16 rounds over the course of the next 2 weeks at various, I played 6 rounds on Sunday. I'm going to play 4 more rounds at F&M, or 4 or 5 more rounds at F&M, and then I'll probably play 4 rounds on Wednesday too. So there's my 16 rounds. I am not going to see the representative percentages like you will at the Pro Tour.
So Pro Tour was 50% energy.
Right.
And like a smattering of other decks. You feel like your personal metagame doesn't reflect that?
Correct. I think you're going to see a lot more like of the blue-black control decks out in the real world. I think you'll see less of the Sultai energy decks and less of the 4-color energy decks and more of the Teamer energy decks.
Okay.
I think it always... All
right, so we're prime timing it up.
So he's got an O-ring that he's almost required to break here.
Yeah, you can't let him swing with that Primeval Titan.
I might break the O-ring and then activate the... Oh, is it 5 to break the O-ring?
It's an O-Stone first off.
O-Stone, you're right. Gosh.
Yeah, kind of embarrassing. On Snap, closed... These local game store canceled their Modern weekly tournaments because Wizards stopped supporting Modern.
What does it mean, stop supporting Modern?
Well, it was no longer a Pro Tour format, I guess.
Interesting. Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about Wizards not supporting it because Star City is
all in,
full-blown behind this bad boy.
Yeah, so if you live anywhere in the United States on the East Coast...
Yeah, if you live east of the Mississippi River, you're just getting... You're going to have an opportunity to play in a major Modern tournament once this year.
Absolutely. I do hope they bring it back for you, bring back the tournaments, because having the ability to play these formats, even if you don't necessarily enjoy the formats, just having the ability is a wonderful thing.
So he only has to generate 5 triggers here with 2 Valakuts. So that's why he's thinking about what he's getting here.
Did some weird math there. Probably was a turn slower than he needed to be, but here we are. Got it regardless. Oh, you're on the West.
Oh, you're on the West Coast?
Well, sorry about your luck, bro.
Yeah. That's up to Grand Prix then.
Yeah, so there are Modern Pro Tours coming back. We have one with, I guess the Rivals of Ixalan Pro Tour is Modern.
Yes.
And then Dominaria is team constructed.
No, that's Pro Tour 25th anniversary is the team constructed one.
Okay.
Dominaria will be standard again. So
standard again.
Additionally, a reason a store should promote Modern and support it is that the PPTQ season can be Modern every so often.
Right. It's once a year.
Once a year. Right. So you can always plan limited if that's your choice. But the constructive format changes between standard and Modern. Three seasons of standard, one season of Modern.
Correct.
Here in Mason, we get better Modern numbers than we do standard numbers.
Yeah.
Every time.
MTG online cards are half price. Kind of. So the rares tend to be a lot less expensive on MTGO, but the mythics are equal, if not more.
Yeah, the mythics are sometimes way more.
Yeah, it's different pricing. It's weird. But yeah, paper Magic can be expensive, man.
Yeah, I find that the best thing to do in Paper Magic is to play a lot of limited.
Yeah, playing limited is good.
And then
Feral is playing tonight.
Yeah, we'll feral up a feral for round 4.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
I mean maybe.
You're gonna let the fans not get feraled?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the executive producer has spoken.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, we'll consider it. We'll see what the matchup is, and go from there. Look, man, someone needs to keep these feral fanatics in check. You can't just let them run away with the place.
Do we have a name for the feral fans yet?
Monsters? I don't know.
You know, Connor's going to the mulligan once again.
Outlaw says they should have a serial number on real cards and register them with your MTGO account. They're thinking about doing something like that for standard with MTG Arena.
Oh, is that a thing?
It was something that was on the table. I don't know if it made it all the way through or not, but they are thinking about it. And also, if you're good enough at Magic, you can spend like $200 to $300 on a standard deck and make that back in like a month.
On Magic Online?
No, in Paper Magic.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Paper Magic payouts are way better.
Right.
Generally than the Magic Online payouts. That's the tough part, is that I don't feel like Magic Online is designed so that I can have to continue to put money into it over time. Right. It's very hard to break even. Like, you have to win at like a 70% rate.
Yeah, Disciples of Feral does suck.
Yeah, I was going to call them a quiver of ferals.
I don't think they deserve a name. I think they're just like bottom feeders. Like, they're the lowest of the low.
Wow.
Wow.
Are you taking a heel turn right now? Is that what's going on? All right. So let's check out what Connor's doing here. What do we see? What do you got, Connor? Here's a scry. Keeps it on top. That's good news.
Scry on top is good for the subhuman Tron player.
Wow, man. You were just being rough.
Look, I'm dealing with
these are some
feral
rough
fanatics and Tron players. What do you expect?
Tron is a fine deck.
It's not.
Listen, if you're out there
nothing fine about it.
If you're out there playing Tron, you hold your head high.
Oh, come on.
And here he's drawn a natural Tron here. Not natural. He drew it off the star, and John Douglas is walking away. He's walking away. So you're going to see a turn 3 Tron, and he just gets the Karn off the Ancient Stirrings.
Welcome back to me.
So let's see how this Titanshift deck holds up to a turn 3 Karn.
Probably not well.
You don't think?
Nope.
You never know. Is that a promo Farseek, or is it just like, is there like a weird thing in the text box there?
That is a promo Farseek, my friend.
I gotta review my promos. I didn't know that one existed.
Oh, you've got that one.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a Karn on turn 3.
So, Billy, if the Scumlord himself played Tron, I don't know what I'd do. That would be bad.
And so Karn is going to minus here to just be a Stone Rain. So he basically casts Stone Rain on turn 3.
Yeah.
And he's going to get to cast Raven's Crime.
Potentially. Let's see what Hugenberg has in his hand, though. It could be anything.
Yeah, we're uncertain.
We're completely uncertain about what cards the Hugenberg has in his hand. I did see a Cursor of Crucifix.
Yeah, the more you know about the location of the card, the less you know about what card it is.
The less you know. Oh, what a surprise! He had a Lightning Bolt in hand.
That's a nice one. I mean, that's pretty good here. All right, Blooming Marsh. Here's 9 more mana for another card. Reasonable. This has to be the worst feeling.
It ain't great.
Yeah, so just these colorless boys. Big silver golem boys.
Big colorless boys.
So yeah, we've really brought this full circle in that Karn defeated Memnarch and is now the overlord of
Come on.
Mirrodin, right?
What kind of backwards revisionist history are you reading?
Listen, Steve Bannon got me my...
I also miss Birthing Pod Outlaw QC.
Oh.
That's a sweet card.
That's a card that'll never come back into Modern.
No, absolutely not. But it's sweet. So what happened was, Memnarch, was trying to steal Glissa's innate spark, her Planeswalker spark.
Okay.
And she, in the moment that he was trying to steal it, awakened. And somehow, they don't really do a good job of describing it in the book, Slowbad ended up being a Planeswalker.
Okay.
And then just gave up his spark to get rid of Memnarch and make everything back to normal on Mirrodin. With its, like, half metallic, half living material tribes and stuff.
Oh, alright.
Karn didn't have anything to do with it. Although Karn came in at the end and was like, hey, good job, Goblin guy. Sorry, oh, of course. Just a third Karn.
Is this a third Karn?
Yeah, man, it's the third Karn.
This is unreal.
Now I'm slow bad. Look it up, man.
Now I'm on your team. They're like, this is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Sometimes you just have it, and you're playing Karns, and it's dumb.
Yeah, you chose to go after the land,
which is the right call here. I mean, you can take them off of green if you have 3 Karns.
This is a little unfair.
And now he's just free to draw, play whatever he gets.
Here's an Ancient Stirrings. Let's see if we can find a 5th Karn just for the.
Yeah, 5 Karns is the right number. Yes, 5 Karns.
4 Karns. I don't know why I said 5th. All right. Pluses. Remove a card from Matthew's hand.
A Reclamation Sage.
Yeah, Reclamation Sage does not kill Karn. What we got there? There's a Foily Titan.
Yeah, we've got a Titan in hand, a Titan on top.
And not enough lands to cast any of them.
Up. Oh, boy.
Yep, so there you go. You saw one of the more insane things the Tron deck can do. See, if he just did Karn one time and Matt bolted it and we moved on with the game and like he had to do, reassemble, then it's a fair fight.
How is that fair?
Because he spent a lot of resources to assemble these 3 specific lands and Karn.
He literally had it naturally on turn 3.
No, he spent a star. And he had to have the star in order to cast the Ancient Stirrings to get to the first Karn.
That was his second Karn that he got off of that.
No. There was there was a Stirrings on turn 2.
Yeah, and he got his second Karn that turn. So he goes turn 1 map.
No, star.
Turn 1 star. Turn 2.
Crack the star.
Crack
draws
the star.
The remainder of Tron. Cast Ancient Stirrings.
But he already had a Karn in his hand at this point.
Oh, did he already have a Karn?
Yes.
All right, so
we have natural Tron into running Karns.
I'm saying if he only has 1 Karn, if he only has 1 payoff card, it's fine because the Lightning Bolt handled the 1 payoff card.
After it, like Stone Rain or whatever, that's not okay.
That's fine. I mean, Stone Rain's legal.
Yeah. You don't have to spend mana in a card to get rid of it after it Stone Rains your land.
Well, it's definitely a Planeswalker. I'm saying Stone Rain, you just play any 3 lands. Any old basics will do. This one, he has to draw in a specific fashion.
Right. It's
so
ridiculous.
Yes, he had like he got to a specific percentage.
So even if he didn't have another Karn, if he has any other cards that aren't lands, Like, he's so far ahead. He just has 7 mana to do whatever he wants.
So if this deck's so oppressive, why don't you play it?
Because I can't bring myself to do that. I've thought about it. I've had nightmares about it. Where I'm like drawing cards and I like flip over in Urza's Tower and I wake up in a cold sweat.
You wake up in a cold sweat anyway.
Oh, it's a very hot sweat.
Got 2 words to describe John Douglas's sleep. Sleep apnea. But so
Connor's complaining about his hand right now. Let me just say this.
You don't. Yeah,
Connor is complaining about his hand.
Here's the problem. You don't get to complain about your hand when playing a Tron deck because it's such a.
Because you're less than a human being.
It's such a high variance deck.
It's
that like he just had a game where he got to cast 3 7-mana planeswalkers
in a row,
and so you're just like, I don't feel sorry for you
on turns 3, 4, and 5. Just making sure we're clear here.
All right, here's the Scry to the bottom. So he's mulliganed every game. Mulligan to 5 on game 1, mulligan to 6 on game 2. And here's another mulligan to 6.
That mulliganing is
tower into a star. When he also had a map, that usually indicates that we're going to be approaching a natural Tron.
So there's no way he has 2 other Tron pieces in his hand. Maybe he's just like his out is having the natural Tron. He's just gonna do it.
I guess he could have Ancient Stirrings to cast on turn 2.
What just happened on Heisenberg's side of the battlefield? I can't even tell.
He cast Explore.
Oh.
So he played his land naturally, cast Explore, played an additional land.
I just, like, why is he shuffling?
From his fetch land, he fetched.
I see now. He just played the land before he got the land. And
right.
Okay.
He just shortcutted it.
All right. So Ancient Stirrings into a second Tron piece. Use the second Tron piece to play a map. And here we go. This isn't natural. This is not a natural Tron.
Concur.
It is still oppressive.
It's an unnatural selection.
Really reaching there.
I'm jealous that this Ancient Stirring is getting the second Tron piece. I mean, I never find what I'm looking for when I have cast Ancient Stirrings.
Ever. So we've got the Reclamation Sage.
To take the map down, that's a good thing for a turn. Here's a Ghost Quarter. It's one of the 4 Valakits.
Surgical Extraction, the Valakut.
Alright. So Matthew's got to also reveal his hand.
He does.
But he's going to have to do it the hard way here. So I imagine he's going to be able to get in.
Reveal his hand the hard way?
No. Win the game the hard way.
Oh, I see.
I imagine he's going to get in for another 4 damage, 6 if he's lucky, with this Reclamation Sage, which really puts Connor within range to Valakut with just 1 Valakut. Normally you need 2 to
really seal the deal.
Well, you need to scape shift him to death.
Not really.
1 scape shift, 6 triggers. It's 18, right? Yeah. And so he's already there. All right, so he's got a chance.
This shuts off like the prime time win.
Yeah. I guess he was smart to get both of those Valakuts into play.
Yeah.
It's not
heads up.
That's not a play I would have made. That's a little bit beyond my sophistication. Although this Titanshift deck is... You want to talk about a deck I would never play? This Titanshift deck is amongst them.
Amongst them. Yeah, it's an interesting one. There might have been a time where I would have played Titanshift.
Sure. So here's the Tron player with not Tron, but an O-Stone.
Yeah. Connor's down to 13. So now lands or bolts for Heisenberg here.
Yep. Yep. There's another reclamation stage.
Second reclamation stage. Connor is complaining about Heisenberg drawing the nuts. Just want to point that out there. That's a Tron player for you.
Here's where
That's what
at 8.
they do.
Matt's got a bolt in hand. Matt goes to 16. Going to put Connor to 5 with the Valakut. Attack puts him to 1.
And then the bolt in hand kills him.
The bolt in hand gets him.
Well, the good guys won today.
Did they?
They did.
All right. I found it interesting that both players had interaction there, and Matt's interaction was just a little bit better. I mean, I think the map was critical.
The map was critical. You guys had to blow up the map.
And the reclamation stage, taking him off of that, was really important for giving him enough time to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what else was in Connor's hand, but he should have probably waited a turn before playing the map and popping it if he didn't have anything to play.
Oh, just play it all in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll go back and watch the match, find out that
maybe
played it a little tighter.
Yeah, maybe we'll go back and watch the match and realize
what a
terrible thing he's done by playing Tron.
Holy smokes, man! Get off it. Modern's a format of like very small margins.
Yeah.
And so any inches you can find in your game.
Yeah, if you can find like 7 men on turn 3, that's a pretty small margin to get.
What do you want? Like the deck, you act like this deck is taking down Modern tournaments across America.
No, it's not. It's ruining Modern tournaments across America is what it's doing. Make Modern great again.
It doesn't.
See you back here in round 4.